shit. Hi, it's me. I'm bringing it back with a capital B. I'm Barry. Built for tough. Taking over the world just ain't enough. I gotta go fast, be fast, rise and grind. Better be there, be square, buff and shine, yo. If you're gonna hit me, you had better hit me hard. Let's try something different. We hit the auto. Gotti, gelato. Put it on auto. Talking gotti, gelato. Mix the outro just to spend the up-ending mulatto. We hit the auto. Gotti, gelato. Back again after I went to work. If you can't tell, I make the beats that make the bitches twerk. I go blow to blow, I go toe to toe. While you're seeing red, I see indigo. Take two to the chest and one to the nose. Yo, see how it goes, yo, see how it goes, bro. Think I need a couple hoes, they say the more the merry. I know I never do those drugs, but right now I'm with Barry. And I'm very well aware I shouldn't fuck her if she married. But life is just a dream, so I'ma fuck her like a fairy. And I spin that shit like right around, no ring around the rosy. And the way she scream my name, I bet her neighbors fucking know me. All these drugs inside my system, tell the police fucking blow me. And the way we ran this shit, you think he's Shaq and I was Kobe, but shut up and listen, I don't wanna talk. Me and the money, we tying a knot. I keep on telling these bitches I'm never gonna leave them. I guess I'll be lying a lot. Tell me the shit that you do for the plot. Me and that hoe, we been through it a lot. I keep on smoking on something that's sticky, ain't never gonna stop. We hit the lotto, the Gotti, gelato. Put it on auto, talking Gotti, gelato. Mixed up that outro just to spend the up-bendy mulatto. We hit the auto, Gotti, gelato. Did that go? Did that record?
Did that record? Oh shit, now I gotta pause it on my side. Hello? Hello? I gotta turn this off. Here we go. I meant to play the Tipster song too, but I lost track of existing. Hold on. Oof, okay. Alright, so hello, my name is as some of you guys know, Tommy C had a birthday stream. I'm not doing all the roundabouts. I had a long day. I just kind of want to cool down, chill out, come down, hang out. What's the word I'm looking for? You get the point. Chill out with y'all. So we're gonna watch this. Let me put it on widescreen. But essentially, Tommy C had a conversation with the Tipster on his birthday. My dog was making a sound. I'm like, what the fuck was that? So we're gonna do that. Probably play it at 1.25 because I didn't hear all of it. I just heard some of it. And I guess TLDR of it is I had a lot of situations with her because of Tipster when I was in and around commentary a lot heavier than I obviously am now. He's since then apologized for those things about 2-3 months ago now. And my opinion at the time, and still to a degree my opinion now, is I was kind of sick of his apologies. I have a clip. God, I should have pulled it up. I have a clip somewhere that pretty much shows, like, I don't even know if I could pull it up right now. It's pretty much a clip of him saying he had no beef with me back when I was on Van Luke's stream during the whole Salvo debacle when it was first going down, and he was like, oh, I have no beef, and I just kind of was like, okay, like, kind of just brushed it off because I knew his words didn't fucking mean shit, honestly, at that point. Mainly because, I mean, as we've seen many times, he says things and does different, or does different and says things, and, you know, I got real fucking sick of that over and over again. So I just kind of shrugged it off, and it was with Van Luke and Rabbi Jane back when we would all hang out. And not that there's any beef or anything there. We're all still really cool with each other. But they had already known kind of how I felt about the situation, and they kind of just were like, well, all right, let's keep going, because I was just kind of done. You apologize one time, but you apologize 3 times. At the time, I had a 3-time rule. You get 3 strikes throughout. Now you get 1 strike. You get 1 strike, and then you get put on notice. Okay, and that's if I fuck with you again. Like, that's if I fuck with you. But if I don't fuck with you, then I just don't fuck with you. Like, I'll be around you, but I just won't fuck with you. Which I feel like is more than fair. Then I think it's honestly more than what most people would even give. So, yeah, there's that. But like I said, recently I got an apology via somebody else from TIPSTER. Oh, sorry, da-da-da. I'd also had him reach out to somebody else saying, hey, I saw what they're doing to Abby, da-da-da-da-da. And trying to, like, put what they're doing, kind of like how they're doing it with Tips, or with Bo Blacks, kind of like what people did to them, about how what people did to me. And, like, the difference is I didn't do shit to these fucking people. You feel me? Okay. So when people got mad at me about shit because I had a differing opinion is different than me having a differing opinion or going down a different fucking lane and then choosing that lane and then talking shit on every single fucking person. My stance more so was, if you don't like me, or if you like the people that would just leave my server and not say shit back to me, or we'd have a conversation and they just leave my server and then it was just fucking over and there was no conversation there, you know, like fucking adults, then I just kind of, I see you and I get it, that's fine. But TIPSTER did that over and over and over and over and over again, and at that point, what do people fucking expect? So when I'd received that apology in a couple months back, I kind of shared with the person, like I said, I didn't really care for the apology. I said, on top of it, there's people like Nick and there's people like Tommy that deserve apologies way more than me, because those, in my opinion, were friends, people that were a lot closer. Personally, I felt like Xylee was always gonna kick whatever didn't make her look fucking good. That's not a surprise to me that she hung on to it the longest. They were friends for the longest. That's known. If you didn't know that, they were friends for a long time before I think even Xylee was in commentary. So as far as that goes, not shocked. But as far as Tommy and Nick, and if they even don't accept the apologies or teeter on an extreme line of caution and not let him try to bullshit his way in again, because I think that ship is long gone. I think you're just on extreme notice if people let you in their circle again after so many fucking fuck ups and red flags and talking shit and da-da-da. Like, after a while, even for the strongest of fucking people, that gets really tired. So we're gonna see Tommy put TIPSTER in his place. One thing that this person that told me their apology had told me was that when they had a conversation, pretty much was, don't expect people to pretty much accept your apologies. And I think that's very important and very adult to understand, that even if you say sorry, people don't have to accept your apology. You can think of one person I've done that with, who ended up fucking me over immediately after I found out they were lying again. They had apologized to me, and I said, yeah, you have a lot of making up to do. I remember it to the T. And they agreed with me, and then ended up doing this same bullshit, probably much worse, considering that in that same breath they were lying to everybody. So, yeah, eventually people gotta learn to grow the fuck up, but I'm not gonna hold it to, I'm not gonna expect that too much, if that makes any sense. But we're gonna watch this. Probably a lot of people play this back, but whatever. I just wanted to get my fucking 2 cents out and also decompress after working all day.
I know you came here to watch me sort of challenge TIPSTER and everything, and I do, and I think I get right to it. But if you came here to see me go after him on Vosh, Keffels, or what they might call evil art, let's put it that way, You came to the wrong place. Number one, I'm not prepped for it. Number two, I hate bread too. Number three was my birthday streams. Number four, I got bigger issues with him. And you know what? I'm going to talk about his character and his actions, the way he treated his friends, and the way he treated me personally, which is bad enough as it is. And, you know, I'm like a big believer. You can think whatever you want, including something that inaction is criminal. I'm not saying he believes anything that inaction is criminal. I'm not saying that, making no accusations, but I do stand by the principle, you can think what you like. All right, I might not have anything to do with you. I might say you're an idiot. I might say you're a bad person. But you can think it. So, and not to mention the fact I wasn't really on, you know, Tipster said this and that's, oh my God. And he said a lot of dumb stuff. I do remember that. And that's another problem. I don't remember everything. So I'm no opposition, but I do remember what he did to me. I do remember what he did to others. And that's what we're here for. So you're expecting some kind of like a bread tube, like political challenge. You're not going to get it. I didn't do it. I'm not interested in it. It's that kind of essay stuff and evil art stuff has never been interesting to me. YouTubers are interesting to me, like Vosh and Capitals, but I don't even remember all the ins and outs. I was totally not prepped for it. There is one thing, however, that I wish I pushed back on. He makes a comment about Augie being all like Jason. When I challenged him, I thought he kind of shoehorned us all in there. I did not push back on that like I should have or like I would have liked to. I know Augie's made some nutty stuff. I don't remember them all, but if I remember correctly, Augie made a lot of crazy comments when he was 16. I've known Augie since he was 15 or 16 years old. And I also know when you're a teenager, you think you know it all and nobody can tell you different. He showed me that in open folders. And a lot of the more extreme positions you might have kind of just go away with living everyday life, paying your taxes, paying your rent, getting things done, there's not as binary on issues. You know, there's movement there. I think Augie is a much different man than the boy I knew. And if he has made any more extreme statements that would mirror the alt-right, I'm not even familiar with him. So, and I don't think he has. I think Augie is. I wouldn't call him a good liberal or anything. I'm sure he's not. You know, I'm sure he's not voting for Kamala. But I don't. If he is an extremist, I don't know it. If he was an extremist, I wouldn't take it seriously. Same thing goes for Turkey Tom. If you're extremist when you're a teenager, I'm sorry. I mean, I've known these guys since they're kids. They're adults now. I'm not holding them to it. So I think I should have pushed back on Tipster. Last thing, I hate disclaimers. Disclaimers suck. I hate them because I think a lot of times they're designed to kind of shut people up, or in most YouTubers' cases.
What Tommy's saying is, I was drinking a bit, I didn't push back. I think it's simple to say, even if you say alt-right adjacent, I think anybody, and I just had this fucking pushback with fucking, I had this pushback with food shops about Augie, because they're like, oh, somebody in their chat was like, oh yeah, Augie's fucking, transphobic. And I was like, hold on. Okay. If you know anything about Tipster, or anything about Augie and that history, you know about oh my god, what was their fucking name? Polis. Yeah, Polis is a man. It's like one of their old head mods, one of their biggest donors is trans. Jalen was around. They didn't hate Jalen because Jalen was trans. They didn't like Jalen because she was a fuckwit. Okay? They didn't not like certain people because they were trans. They didn't like certain people because they were fucking stupid and did stupid shit. I don't think Jalen's stupid, by the way. I just think that they need Jesus, and however they get Jesus, okay? I mean, whatever. I have no beef with Jalen. Jalen's fine. Jalen's probably done stupid shit. I'm not God, so I'm not here to judge. They didn't fuck me over. They just got mad when I made fun of them, which is fair. I am hilarious, though. Anyways. Well, it's kind of redundant to even have to push back on Tipster about any political view, honestly, in general, because this motherfucker used to wear a cross like a fucking year ago, so.
If this video results in some kind of bandwagoning, flame war, or maybe even a harassment campaign, it's not my fault. I'm just criticizing.
Also, May 1st, hello.
Do what you want, say what you want, but be a human being about it. Say it, get out, do what I do. Don't turn it into an MOS like we say in the Army. An MOS is a job. What job you signed up for? Don't do what Bob X did. All right, and don't be a part of people that are doing that kind of brigading. I've never been a brigade guy. As long as I've seen brigades, I've laughed at them from the people that I don't like, and a lot of times the people that get brigaded ask for it, they double, triple, quadruple down. But I've never been for them. You know, goofing a couple days maybe, but you know when it starts to turn to weeks to months, I'm not for that, and I am not doing. But if you have something to say, say it. I'm not telling you to shut up because I think disclaimers are two-ended. It's CYA and shut up. You know, I'm not telling you to shut up. Say what you want. Speak out. If you come to a conclusion on this. Last thing. That was the last thing. P.S. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Here's the video. Just watch it. Let me know.
No, what's good? Happy birthday, man.
Oh, thank you. I do appreciate the donation, but this is not going to be an easy goal for you. I'm going to tell you right now.
No, that's fine. I'm here to take my lumps. I'm here to take my lumps.
Well, here's the thing, Tips. Like, I'll get into the deeper stuff later. I don't understand. And this is more of a question than a criticism. I don't understand. Like, I get being worn, and I think this is what happened to you. I get being worn down by the commentary community. I get being worn down by the fucking pedo shit and all that other fucking horse shit. I get that, you know, you're trying to explain some nuance and something you believe, and then you get turned into a pedo and stuff like that. By the way, I was never one of those fucking guys. I get the frustration. What I don't get, and you got a fucking second chance after you fucked over me, you fucking the rest of those guys over. That's what I don't understand. I don't understand that.
No, you know, honestly, like Nick kind of pointed that out on Twitter. I think it was like yesterday, and I said something along the lines of, you know, I don't regret leaving the community. It was just time for me to move on. To
I don't. First of all, let me correct you. I'm going to correct you. You never left. You never left the community. You left your crew. The community you're still in. You're still a commentator, dude. That's the truth.
No.
Yeah, you are. That's the truth.
Yeah, I don't know if I necessarily like agree with that, but
you're still doing drama. You're still talking about trending topics. You know, you might be doing gaming and whatever the fuck you do. And I've always said your retro stuff is fucking top notch. I mean, that's one of the reasons I liked you when I mentioned 2016. But you never really left. Nobody leaves this shit. You left your crew. That's what bothered me. And it was my crew. You did me dirty, and then you did them dirty. I don't understand that. And I forgave you.
Yeah, well, like I was gonna say is what I was telling Nick in a response on Twitter was something along the lines of like, I don't regret leaving, but I regret the way I left, because like I would have liked to leave where we were still on good terms or whatever, but I obviously like dropped the ball on that like tremendously.
You tried to connect them to the alt-right. How is that fucking possible? You're fucking Hispanic. They fucking took you in, despite me telling them not to. They literally took you in. Augie, Bowbacks. Fuck him now. I get that. Augie, Bowbacks. Like, everybody. They took you in. The only reason, I've been meaning to say this to you for years. You contacted me in 2016, right before Baited, and we connected over a criticism of me working with Keemstar, right? Did I throw you away? Yeah. Did I fucking block you? Did I tell you to fuck off? No, I was like, all right, let's hear this. Let's check out your content. You know, we both got the retro gaming thing in common. And then you eventually were able to get a platform. You got 100,000. I never got that. Like basically through my connections and me fucking saying how cool you are. You know that, right? I mean, I'm not saying you didn't do it yourself. I'm not saying you didn't. But all that is because you were upset with me going to Baited, even though nobody had nothing going on. I needed fucking money, the whole nine. That's where it started.
Oh, no. To be clear, like, I never had a problem with you going to Baited. Like, if anything, I was like, yo, like, get your bag. My thing was just, like, at the time, I wasn't, like, the biggest, like, Keemstar fan. Yeah, so my thing was just, like, just be careful. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you're talking specifically
all right, in fairness, yes. That was your position right now. That was your position. But it started off, but the reason we got into DMs is because you were critical. And then when we talked, it was like, yeah, look, get your bag. I get it. And I'm like, look, I think I'm remembering something to the effect of, I will stand up to him when I see fit.
People don't understand that, like, when there's patterns of behavior and you're doing some fuck shit and people call you out because they start seeing that you've done fuck shit over and over and over and over and over again, then, like, what do you expect? Like, people are just gonna point out the fact that, like, hey, you're doing this shady shit. And maybe people just don't understand that they're doing these repeated behaviors, but it's fucking... Oh. Bro, I don't know if it's just me and how I work, but if somebody tells me that I do something and then I like that thing sticks in my head for fucking ever, and I'll repeat it in my head over and over and over and over and over and over and over again to like make sure that like I'm not tripping, bro.
But I mean, I'm sure you could. Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. And then the whole Ian Miles Chung thing happened, and you took full fucking advantage of that. Everybody embraced you. Fucking Augie embraced you. Bobax embraced you. Nick embraced you. And then 5 years later, okay, buddy, you're trying to trap them into some fucking anti-trans horse shit. I mean, what the fuck, dude? I don't get that. Why? Why? What did they do to you? You like me? Like my whole thing is right. Tips. Like I didn't. If you notice, I didn't jump on the train. Like I don't know why you blocked me because I wasn't. I didn't do shit to you on Twitter. My whole thing was they got what they deserved because you showed your fucking true colors 5 years ago, and I just accepted it. And you've never apologized. I know you apologized to Nick, and you said you regretted what happened with the whole Ian Miles Trunk thing. And because like it's one thing liking tweets about my kid starving, right? If you're not my friend, it's another thing if I was cool with you, and you're trying to suck up the Medicare's crew, not directly Medicare, but that whole crew. So when you fucking turned on them,
I was never trying to like suck up to that.
It looked like it. No, I think if we went back. I think if we went back.
No, never.
You put out a tweet prior to the email Chung incident happening, publicly telling everybody you were distancing yourself from me. Right? Even though I didn't do anything other than go against Medicare. So that's a little tough to believe.
He doesn't want to be seen to go against Medicare's crew because Medicare's crew is fucking, quote unquote transphobic or whatever the fuck. Even though that's just perspective, not I mean, I hate all these labels and bullshit.
Believe.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't recall that.
You were fucking sucking their ass. You were riding high. And that turned into a relationship with Augie, which turned into a fucking 100,000 subs on a plaque. I was never anything but nice to you. And after you did me fucking dirty and I figured out a way to survive it, I forgave you, even though you never came to me balls to bones and said, I am sorry.
Ooh.
So why should I believe you? Like, you do shit to me on this whole Catholic thing. You didn't do fucking thing to me. It was fucking Augie Bobax. Right.
Yep.
Bobax, even though he's a fucking shit, right? He still didn't deserve that at the time. So why should I believe you now? And I'm saying that honestly, not like trying to like get you. I'm like, why should you believe that now?
No, I mean like it's the same thing like I told like Nick or whatever. Like I own up the fact that like I definitely made mistakes over the course of the past like year and a half.
You sound like Bobax.
But like I don't expect.
You realize you sound like Bobax right now, right? On Augie's show the other day.
What do you mean?
Because we saw Bobax and he was just like, yeah, you're right, I'm wrong about having. He didn't forgive everybody. He doesn't.
But the difference between like Boblax is I feel like Boblax was just trying to like, find some way to save his own ass and like
I feel
like
that's you, except growing
in this community.
Yes, yeah, I'm sure there's some truth in that. But I feel like that's like you, except you were trying to get into the community. What's the difference?
I what do you mean?
Well, I feel like you fucked me over to get in good with any community that would take you in, and it just happened to be mine. Well, it's fucking ironic. And I was never nice to you. You made a public tweet distancing yourself. You have never apologized for you, and I decided to forgive you. And now, then, 5 years later, you're basically saying Nick, Augie, and even Bobax for that matter, are adjacent to fucking alt-right people? We worked with you. You know how careful we were. You know how we were fucking like racist assholes. You knew that. You knew that about us. You were in. And I think what happened to you is you got sick of fucking getting optics checked, just like Bobax. And you started to resent the people that were helping you. That's what I think. And you can respond now.
I mean, I don't know if I maybe I'm misremembering something, but I don't know if I ever said all you guys were alt-right adjacent. I know that I was asked that question.
You better fucking hope that's not the case, because I don't got the shit in front of me, but they'll find it.
I know that I was asked that question specifically about Augie, and I said yes because of some of the people he associated with. But I don't think I ever said that about
not Nick.
Nick, for example.
Okay, I can't hit you because I don't remember. I don't know, but I felt like it was a community thing. I didn't feel like it was just like Augie or Nick or what have you.
Because I do remember on what was it? It was the Michael Alberto stream. I was specifically asked that by Aiden about whether I thought that about Augie. And I said, I think that he's alt-right adjacent because some of the people he engages with. But I don't think I ever said that, definitely not Nick, for example. Yeah. I don't have any reason to believe that.
Nick used to be right-wing and now he's left. I mean, you know that. You knew that at the time. That's half the reason we got in a fucking fight, because we couldn't put our fucking politics and act like fucking grown-ups. Both of us, by the way. Not just me. Not just him. I don't know, man.
I guess I did watch a lot of this.
The recent fucking Catholic thing. I don't really give a fuck what your sexuality is. I don't give a fuck who you support. I don't care if you're a leftist. I really don't. I don't. Right? But it's just, it felt like you were trying to get us through her, because she was riding high. Actually, you kind of got her on the dip, to be honest with you. And as far as trans stuff, even Augie moved more towards the center as time went on. I just feel like you were trying to tie us up with some of the fucking hate trans people. I just don't want to say the fucking pronouns. I don't want to be told what to fucking do. And I think they feel the same way.
Real.
Probably less Nick than any of them. And I think Nick fucking targeted you 4 years for a week because you broke his fucking heart. And he's not going to say that, but I will. He broke his heart. So how, like, I understand, like, everything you said to Bobax is 100% legit. And by the way, I did retweet one of your tweets or said, or took a picture of it and said, you were everywhere. You have no reason to fucking take him in. He did you fucking dirty. He teased you for months. You know, I didn't fucking have a problem with it when he was doing it, but I would have a problem with it if he tried to come back to you and unblock you all of a sudden. I get why you think that's bullshit. How are you different than Bobax?
Ooh.
I mean, at the end of the day, if like that's your perception of me, I'm not here to change it. I just
why not? Why not?
That...
Like, why not? Why not? Don't give me a fucking political line. Why are you different? Tell me from the heart.
I mean,
real.
I don't even know what to say. To be.
Do you see me as just like we weren't real friends or something like that because it was on the internet and we never stood in front of each other and everybody's content?
No, when we
were
friends, when we were friends, I genuinely did consider you a friend. To be honest, like even with like the recent stuff, I didn't have an issue with you personally.
You still blocked me. You still blocked me.
Well, I was just gonna say why. I didn't really want to engage with this like community all that much, obviously. And then what upset me personally was when you used the fact that you had me as a friend on Discord to drag me into a call on Locale Live. That, and admittedly, it's a stupid thing.
Did you hold on a second? I'll give you. Did you block me before or after that? Be honest.
It was after.
Okay, fair enough. All right, fair enough. We were trying to. You know what? I have no problem with that. If that's true, I have no problem with that. You know why? We were trying to exploit it. There's no doubt about it. Yeah.
So that
for
was
sure. All right,
like,
fair enough. All right, let that go. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna concede on that one. But it's just like
you know, you and me were cool. We still talked about like video games and shit.
Not since Keffels. We didn't talk about shit after that.
No, I remember we talked about the Polymega. That was one of the last
conversations.
No,
that's true. No, that's true. No. Okay, fair enough. I'm not gonna lie. No, that's all right.
But yeah, we
no, because you know what my feeling was. But you know what my feeling was. It's not exactly good for you. My feeling was, fuck those guys. They're the ones that fucking kept you in to begin with. So if you're gonna fuck them over, I told them you're no fucking good years ago. That's how I felt. So I didn't have to, like, I forgave you. So why do I gotta get mad at you now? You do shit to me. You did shit to me years ago and I'm over it. It's kind of the same way I feel about Bobax now.
Yeah. But no, like,
if you block me for that, I get it. We were definitely trying to use it, for sure.
No, I think in hindsight, I think it was like a really stupid reason to block you. Honestly, it's just like I could have easily just like not responded to that call, and then afterwards talk to you like that was pretty fucking.
You could have called me during the fucking Kevil shit and say I feel differently about things now. I'm saying you're gonna tell your sexuality and shit, but you're like you can say like this is something I believe in. I'm a socialist. What the fuck ever? What do I care if you're a socialist? Look, you know me long enough. All I'm trying to do is make people laugh and get rewarded for it and get a donation. That's fucking it. That's all I've ever fucking done. And you know what? I have not done it the easy way, and I have not done it by walking the fucking line and doing the most trending topic thing. I did it the way I thought. I don't believe it anymore. Howard Stern did it. He did what he believed. That's the way I've always fucking done it.
Yeah, ultimately, like, my thing is, like, obviously, like, when it comes to, like, our political views and stuff like that, like, we don't align and whatnot.
We used to. We used to.
No, I mean, I've always been pretty left-wing. It's obviously not as much as now.
No, you haven't.
I just wasn't vocal about it. I didn't.
Well, you were okay. You were okay with fucking Medicre's crowd at the time. At the time, they were the most right-wing. You had no problem pandering to them at my expense. And you know what I was doing at the end of the day? I was sticking up for crowd who deserved it. And I'm glad I did. Even though I took a huge out, lost subs the whole fucking night. Keemstar waiting to swoop in on me, saying I starved my kid. And I'm the one that got you noticed to begin with.
Yeah.
How do you feel? I gotta be honest with you. Look, if I did that to somebody, I'd have trouble sleeping at night. Not because it's like, just because, like, fucking I was cool with you.
Yep.
I don't get that. I don't understand.
That's real.
It's almost the old Medicare. I don't think he feels this way anymore because I get the feeling that cancer's changed his views on a few things, and I used the Ralph thing as evidence. The way he talked to Ralph and didn't totally bury him when he could have. Like, do you really, like, I have trouble believing that you don't see everything as a means to an end. I want to, like, be proven wrong or something. And, like, sort of like what just happened with the blocking over the lockout thing. That's legit, right? Like, how do I know this isn't different now? How do I know? Like, how do I know you're not gonna be ultra right wing next week?
Yeah.
Oh no, definitely not. Definitely. Well, like I see, like, for example, like a lot of people saying this is like my return to the community. It's like, no, I'm not returning to the community. I'm still kind of doing my own thing. It's just a matter of like I'm just tired of like I don't see the value in continuing to have like a feud like with you guys. And I can acknowledge that I didn't perfectly handle the way that I left the community. Yeah, I kind of like I fucked up.
You left like a
that's my thing,
bitch.
is, like, I didn't come into this
Why?
world to argue
Why
with you
did?
and try to,
Why? I'm not. Look, I don't think I'm arguing with you. I'm asking questions.
Oh no.
Yeah,
no,
I'm
no,
asking
of course
questions.
not.
Why did you resent us because of the way the community turned out? I mean, I didn't like it either. I was bitching about it 2019. This is the year of the pedo. Remember that whole thing? I was bitching about it then. That was a year we were good by
I
then.
mean, you and I had conversations about that. At the
I
time.
hated it.
Like,
I hated it.
We missed the old days of drama when
Sure.
it was like
Over
making fun of
FIFA
people
or some
fighting
stupid
over
shit.
like stupid shit or whatever, like girls photoshopping their like Instagram pictures and stuff. Like that's when it was fun.
All right, I'm looking at your
And it
stuff
wasn't
now.
fun
I'm looking
anymore.
at your stuff now. It's all political. So
Yeah.
Do you really think you're the guy to be doing this now? No. You're entitled to do it.
Such a real fucking
You weren't
question.
The most politically astute person I ever met. I'm not saying I am, but I always thought I was a little better than you in this department. At least as far as just like knowledge, history, the whole man. Might be because I'm older. Like, do you, I don't know. I mean, you might have really strong feelings about this, but I know you weren't anti-Trump. I mean, you have every right to be anti-Trump. I'm not telling you not to be. But like, is this really you? I guess that's what I'm asking. Is this you? Is this really you?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Is it always you?
That's what I'm saying. Is like I've always been like left wing. I just never.
Yeah, but a lot of left-wingers
Because
are
you gotta remember, like a lot of people, especially in like the commentary space, like their whole thing was like, do not talk about politics.
This motherfucker is a fucking Hispanic dude from fucking... Oh, God, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Tell me you're fucking left wing. Is that just because you're a fucking bitch? Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm... Most... I don't know. I guess it just depends. Because... I don't know. I'm curious what other people's... Yeah. Anyways. Alright. Sorry. That pisses me off. Also, hi, Nem. Sound like how I feel, Abby. Tired as fuck. Do I sound tired? I'm just like... I don't know how to explain it. Dude, I've already got through halfway after this video. Sorry, Tommy. Love you long time. I don't really have much to add because Tommy's just kind of doing the work as far as, like, being like, bro, what the fuck happened and where did it go wrong? It literally do be sounding like a toxic relationship some fucking times, bro. It do be sounding like that sometimes. What happened? Why'd you leave? Because they always leave. They can't hang. No offense to Tommy, but Tommy is just coping because Tipster isn't right-wing. Also, hi. I don't think Tommy's coping. I think, at minimum, Tommy knows that he was a little bit more religious, let's just say. In my experience from Cali, and from being from literally from where Tipster's from, more or less, because he's said it to me and publicly many times, and also being from a Hispanic family, most of the time it's very traditional values, let's just say. As far as like LGBT, I could understand being pansexual, and kind of just open to new ideas, which Tipster tends to be. I'll give him that. Is traditionally more left-wing, so it makes sense that being that Tipster is more from a conservative side, and I don't mean that in a I don't mean that in a political way. I mean that in a religious and cultural way, if that makes sense. Hopefully I'm using my words. I'm religious and leftist. Yeah, but aren't you like Canadian or something? I'm just saying like from like I'm just saying culturally and like culturally more so, but also I don't think Tipster's ever been far any side, to be honest. But that's just my opinion about how I don't think he's ever really held a strong position on much of anything. I could see that being probably different now, up until very recently, because personal experience. I'll just say that. And also because, yeah, I mean, like I said, this motherfucker said sorry to me more times than I can fucking count, and just kind of got old to where, what's the fucking point of all that? Anyways, what was the saying? You always sound tired. Hi, nod, religious and leftist. Yeah, I mean, especially if you're gay, you can definitely be religious and leftist. Religious and leftist. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of like half the fucking battle, right? For lack of a better term. I mean, I could definitely see people being more religious and leftist 1,010%, bro. 1,010%. Dude, what the fuck is my... Oh, my shit's pointing at a motherfucker that's like... Okay, sorry, I'm not gonna lie, I'm playing Fortnite while I'm watching this. Yeah. Cool. Anyways. Hi, Thorns. He was a man of God. That's what I'm kind of saying, though, is like, he had a lot more conservative values, traditional values, I guess you could use instead of conservative. I think Tommy, probably being older, probably sees that as more right-wing. But I don't think that that's a literal hard stance as what Keldoj might assume he means by right-wing. Because, I mean, you gotta understand, Tommy's an older dude from fucking New Jersey. Like, it's not like our type of... I don't know, explain it. Maybe I grew up in the church, okay? Like, I've always been who I am. I hate fucking labels and shit. I'm just who I am, and if you don't like it, kiss my ass. But you could say I could say I was raised on conservative values, but I've never lived conservatively, if that makes any sense. Also, if anybody wants to go to the beginning of the video, the stream, I was talking about my experience with Tipster, my feelings on Tipster, him apologizing to me not too long ago, and my stances of who he owes apologies to and who probably won't accept apologies, including myself. I've kind of been done with Tipster for... God, when did... Salvo shit happened in end of 22? Was it end of 2022? Yeah, because last year's end 2023. Yeah, so almost 2 years ago. I've been done with Tipster.
Your audience and half, you're gonna alienate half your audience.
Yeah, which you did.
So that's why I kind of like kept it to myself.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, to get along with us, who were seen as publicly right wing. I mean, like
no, it wasn't that. It was more from.
He was a man of God.
Like, you don't talk about that.
Canadians are cryptids, no hate. Just those people.
You're literally gonna cut your audience in half. That's what was always nailed.
So why did you go so hard Keffels? That doesn't make any sense. So why did you go so hard on Keffels? So pro Keffels, who turned out to be a crook, by the way.
I mean, I'm not here to...
Yeah, if I remember correctly. Yeah, because it was right before Christmas time. I'll try to find that clip. It's one of my favorite fucking clips.
I didn't ask you to. Well, you went hard for her. That's a fact. I didn't ask you to argue in defense. You didn't fucking rip anybody off. I'm well aware of that. But you did defend her, and you went in with Keffels. It did feel like I'm jumping on a new bandwagon. I mean, honestly, Tipster, I'm going to tell you flat. I think you're apolitical. I think you always were. I don't think you're left. I don't think you're right. I think you're apolitical. And I think this was... Yeah, that's the way I feel. That's the
way you feel, and that's fine. But that's not right.
I never had these comments. The only thing...
I don't think you're left. I don't think you're right. That could actually... I could kind of agree with that. I could kind of get that vibe. I don't think you're left. I don't think you're right. I don't think... But see, I also am of the opinion, and I'll admit this. I'm of the opinion that I don't think that from my experience with Tipster, I don't know what he's like in the last year, obviously. I mean, we saw how hard-stanced he was in the Vosh shit. I don't know if he agrees with any of the stance on that, but it's not like that was all that long ago. And, yeah, I don't know. He stood his ground for that. And, yeah.
You ever got fucking charged up about, since I known you, I remember this conversation. What was his name? Not Billy Mitchell, the other fucking asshole, Todd Rogers, right? Because I remember having the conversation, boy, I bet Billy's next. And you were like, he is next. And he was. Mm-hmm. He was. Whether he did it or not, I don't want to get sued. But he was. So it's tough to believe that this is all coming from your heart. Like, I haven't, well, maybe because you're not that much younger than me. Fucking, I haven't changed that much. I didn't change. The only thing I changed politically is when I went to Iraq. Stop the point, bitch. I don't know, man. It's very difficult for me to believe that you're not. I mean,
that's fair. Ultimately, you're free to have whatever opinion about it you want. But no, I just think my interests have changed, and so as a result of that, my content reflects that.
Well, am I going to see a fucking video in 3 months that's Germany adjacent? because it's getting more views. Because you're not getting the views you used to.
That's what? Sorry, I didn't.
And
catch
that's
that.
Jeremy adjacent. Jeremy.
Oh, Jeremy?
Quarter.
Yeah.
Oh,
Gordon,
definitely not.
Yeah, no.
Me and Jeremy are on the complete. Like,
Yeah, but there was a
opposite
time
side
when you
of the
weren't.
spectrum.
There was a time when you weren't. And by the way, you did go to work back in the day. One of the things I always liked about you is, and I don't think you're like this anymore either, you didn't give a shit why somebody lost their channel, whether it was left, right, or in between. You cared that they lost their channel. You cared about censorship, right? And that's not necessarily a left or right issue. You fucking follow the line. Now, I think you'll be okay with the right winger getting banned.
I think I have a bit more of a nuanced perspective on it, where like I'm not like super on board with like deplatforming or whatever, but like if somebody's using their platform for things that cause like real world harm, then like
That's subjective, and that wasn't your fucking
I
view.
mean,
back in
obviously
the
it's
day.
subjective.
But that's not what you didn't care back in the day. Now you do. Real world harm is 100% subjective. Free speech is what it's about. That's what you were about.
Mhm.
You were 100% about free speech. Something I always respected about you. So I don't know. Like here's my fear. I'm gonna be completely totally honest with you. That Nick is gonna, because Nick's picks his bow backs right now. You're gonna use this opportunity to come back and hopefully everybody forget.
As they always do, they try to crawl right back. Always. It reminds me of somebody else that used to be in Tipster's community. Oh my god. I fucking hate myself sometimes. It's so hard to not be fucking, like, frustrated. Does that make sense? Like, I don't think you understand. It makes me very frustrated. And I cannot find... Oh, this is old. This isn't even what I wanted. Oh my god, I paid money for this and I didn't even get the one I wanted. Where the fuck is this live stream at? I got all of them. This was... Oh, okay, I found it. Okay.
Gets all the other shit, and you get your channel back in order, because like I guess fucking she's not coming back. Keffels, you couldn't support. Well, you could, I suppose, but I mean, it's not the future. You know that. If Trump wins, actually, you're probably better off staying left. You're better off staying the opposite wing of whoever's in power. That's always the smart move, because I started to see a move towards the left in 2017. Shocking. You just did it before. You should have stayed on the right until Trump got elected. That would have been a smarter move.
But I'm not in it for like a grift or anything like that. I just, these are like views that I genuinely have, and so my content reflects those views.
I don't believe you.
And I can tell you don't believe that, and that's fine. You don't have to. I'm not here to.
I'm not here to destroy you. I am totally here to understand. I think I've been really fair, because you've seen me over the years. You know my content, right? I usually would start screaming at somebody like you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, like I told you, I was here to take my lumps, and that's what I'm here to do. You know.
Are you taking your lumps just to get back in?
No, I don't. I don't want back in. I've made that really clear. Like even the few interactions we've had that I've had with Nick or whatever. Like I can own that I fucked up and I treated you guys poorly. Like I can 100% take accountability for that.
Well, yeah. What about those left wing Nazi? What about those left wing Nazi commies? Are they gonna fucking be okay with that? Because as far as they're concerned, we're killing fucking Jews in the Holocaust. Are you gonna be okay with that? Because I gotta be honest with you, I don't think your side is all that forgiving. I think our side is a little more forgiving.
People can change their beliefs. I don't know what Tommy expects. Tommy expects, and I expect, if you're saying you're somebody's friend, then you treat somebody like your fucking friend. Nothing to do with religious or anything else. I'm not trying to make you frustrated. Your feelings are valid. Tommy is the one that I've got an issue with. Well, if my feelings are valid, then wait, what? If he was a con? What are you talking about? Because I don't know what you're talking about, Keldosh, but if you've watched anything about what Keffels did, and how much people glazed Keffels is kind of rough for me to even try to, like, entertain that. Keffels been bad news. Keffels is a whole reason I have my own extra Twitter account, because of how many times she would get people banned, because it's one of the first things I fucking learned. But I think there's a lot of history there that I don't know if you're acknowledging. Like, yeah, I mean, years of history, and I have friends I've known for like a year or something, and Nem knows, Marvelous knows. Marvelous is one of my longest viewers / friends in this community, and if Marvelous tomorrow just was like, fuck you, I'm gonna go on this side and talk all this shit and be a type of fucking way that's totally different than every single thing that they've lined up with me in the past, and every single thing that like they've supported me in the past, and I've been nothing but fucking kind to them. If anybody ever had an issue with, again, you can ask them, you can ask fucking Marvelous, if they've ever had an issue with me, they've came to me, and I'm saying that that's even that. Ginger, great. I mean, I've met Ginger, like great fucking. If anybody ever has an issue with me, you just come to me. But Tipster's shown time and time again, especially in this community, that that's not something that he's done. And you could say that he's changed now, but you have, for me, I've only been in the community since the end of 2021, I think, and quote unquote, like I got fucking catapulted in, and I mean that because I went on a stage and all of a sudden everybody knew who the fuck I was, and then I went to Keemstar's show to kind of settle things, but also to have fun, and I was even more catapulted in. I mean, hundreds of thousands of millions of people watching these things that I happen to be in. But heel turn, chair to the back. Exactly. So I'm not trying to, like, dismiss that, like... But you, again, you're not thinking about it. Okay. I don't give a fuck about your politics. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. 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 I don't give a fuck. Just don't fucking hurt kids. Don't fucking hurt old people. Don't fucking kill people. Don't do bad things that are morally fucking bad. I don't give a fuck what you want to fucking identify as. As long as you respect me, I'll respect you. It's pretty fucking simple. As far as Tommy goes, Tommy's probably set in his ways. He served our country, so I'm not really in much of a fucking place to have a fucking opinion. I'm just saying that as far as Tipster goes, Tipster has been very wishy-washy on every opinion he's ever had about anything and everyone, me included. That's what I'm trying to say. Tommy, on the other hand, Tommy doesn't flip like that. Tommy doesn't flip-flop like that. I know, because he's always been very consistent with me. Tipster, on the other hand, never, ever, ever. And again, most people in this chat could tell you that he's flip-flopped on me so many fucking times that even if you're different and you've shown that you've changed, quote unquote, so much in the last 6 months, cool. But just because my cheating ex-boyfriend still wants to try to talk to me a type of fucking way, right? And then come to me and say, oh, well, why do you have all these fucking problems? Even though I treated you fucking bad, even though and let's just say he found God or some fucking shit, right? I'm supposed to just be like, yeah, that's cool. I get it, you found Jesus, you're like cool now, right? Like, no, it's fucking crazy. It's crazy. This is crazy. Oh, cool, you're a lefty now? Like, you weren't, like, really lefty before, but I guess, like, if that's what you're saying, then that's, like, I don't think Tommy's, like, trying to fight any of that. I think what Tommy's trying to fight, if he is trying to fight any of it, is the fact that he was never very hard-stanced on that in the past. If anything, Tipster was very hard-stanced on not being hard-stanced. If that makes any sense. I'm not trying to come at you type of way. I'm just saying that, like, Tipster historically has flip-flopped on just about everything. Politics or not, okay? Because it is right. You shouldn't talk about politics if you want a fucking audience that matters. Because nobody cares. That's why Chud has a huge audience compared to other retards. Sorry, not intelligent people. I gotta learn how to not say that fucking word anymore. Anyways.
I mean, when I say our side, I don't mean the right. I mean the comment or whatever this clique is. Because I forgave you. I forgave you when you did me dirty. And I was nothing but nice to you. Nothing but nice to you. Fucking loved you, bro.
Yeah.
And I know we're not. When I say I loved you, I mean more content. Like we weren't the best fucking friends in the world even before that. I'm not trying to fake this shit, but I loved you. I fucking loved it. And then I fucking sucked up my pride. And I just, you should apologize. You really should have apologized to me over emails, Sean. I'm a fucking decent father. I'm not the best in the world, but I didn't let my kid fucking starve. My wife called me up and said, the babysitter, who, by the way, called every fucking day at that point and said my son was sick to the point where, like, it just sniffled. And she called me, and she was closer walking distance than I was, said, well, she's choking, because you wanted me to walk over there. And I didn't want to do it because it was my day off. It was my day to stream with Dave. So I told her, you go pick him up. Oh, by the way, he's 8 now. He didn't die.
Yeah.
So I'm not a bad dad. I couldn't do that. You know what? I'm not the best, but I'm not a fucking bad dad. And you were okay to cash on that.
Here's what I'll say, Tommy. I was way out of line for that, and I thought I apologized to you for that.
No, you
Really,
apologized to Nick. You
But
never
I'm gonna do
apologized
it
to me.
But I'm gonna do it now, and I mean it. I'm sorry. I should have never did that to you.
Love you too, Ginger.
I knew you were a good father to your kids, and I should have never fucking done that to you.
Also, Keldosh, if you want to talk about any of this stuff, I'm totally here for it. I'm just trying to let you know that, like, I can't really have a stance you can try to defend Tipster from Tommy because Tommy's being a type of way. I think Tommy, especially being that he's drinking, is incredibly valid in his stances because unlike Tommy's been very consistent and stays consistent, and he's willing to be open and change and listen and adjust and whatever if it's something that he could agree with or can align with, whatever. But I think it's something to just keep in mind as far as this goes, because Tommy might come off as like a right-wing jacko or whatever the fuck whatever the fuck he says, but I don't think he has. I don't think he's not like a Trump supporter that I know of. He's not like these fucking MAGA hat wearing country redneck motherfuckers. I don't know. I think if you ever go outside and go into the world and experience life as it is, which I have. I've lived in California, I lived in Vegas, I've lived now down here, that like trying to just be like put these people in huge fucking categories, everybody's different, and trying to do that, you're just gonna isolate yourself from things that actually make fucking sense. And again, that's from somebody that grew up 14 years in religious school, okay? I'm not religious. I don't consider myself religious. I'm spiritual, as in I understand that there's a thing in the universe that controls things, and what I put into it is what I get back. And I like to put good things into it, and that's what I get back, because I believe in treating others as I want to be treated. Pretty simple. Why is this loading?
You. And I
don't
genuinely am sorry
understand.
for that.
I appreciate it. I'll take it. 'Cause I'm not.
I said, I can own that I treated you guys bad, and the way that I left, even though I don't regret leaving, I get leaving. I get leaving. If my soccer thing took off, I'm fucking gone. I'm doing this once a week. The pedo shit drives me crazy. It drives me nuts. It's like, what did I get in this for? And I'm talking about fucking age of consent shit every week. I get that. 100%. 100% I get where you're coming from there. But yet it's fucking fuck us over to get in with her. And she's a rotten person. I never did you that dirty. Yeah, I may have made fun of you. But I mean, everybody gets it in the ass. Like, fucking Nick's fat, you're fat, I'm fat. Everybody's fucking getting goofed on. You can't fucking get mad at us for that. Everybody's getting in the ass at all times. And here's the upside, we get paid.
So real. I'm gonna grab my vape. 1 second.
I don't fucking get that. Ugh. And you liked me because the reason you watched me is because I fucking punched up all the fucking time, no matter what it cost me.
Yeah.
I stuck up for you. I fucking forgave you without the apology, and I still stuck. Motherfucker, man. Yeah, so you're right, chat. Some of this is beer, but I mean every word of it.
So real.
You're right. I probably wouldn't. I would have blown him up and made fun of him or something. But I fucking mean everything. I don't understand. Bovax, I get it. to some extent, because I think is like if you watch open folders, which by the way you were involved with, by the way, like I get because you can see the pattern. The pattern is the same. And Nick said it's not the same. He's not the same guy he was. That's true. He's just open folders, and whatever's going on in his fucking life is like an overdrive. I don't know what it is. I'm not a doctor. Well, I don't know. I don't want to fucking just yell at you. I want to enjoy myself. It's my fucking birthday, bro. What's up?
Can I ask a couple
Sure.
of
No,
questions?
sure, Jeannie. Go ahead. By the way, it's my
so,
tips. This is my new producer. She's doing a great job. Matt kind of moved on. I don't know if you know that, Tips.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Matt moved on. Here you go. Here's Jeannie. Go ahead. Ask him.
Yeah. So the first question is, can you lay out directly how Bo Black's backstabbed you?
I wouldn't use the term backstab.
Great question by Jeannie, though. Jeannie did great. When she came out with this question, I was like, that was a very good question.
My thing that I was communicating in that email was that Nick had mentioned on one of his streams that Bo Blacks did this double speak mixed signals thing where he would tell someone that he was cool with them or whatever, but then he would turn around and say something different to other people. And the examples that I gave, I actually tweeted them out, is first of all, there was a time he DM'd me. He's like, by the way, if anybody ever reaches out to you and tells you I'm backstabbing you by telling you that or talking shit about you in private conversations or on streams, I just want you to know I'm just joking. Okay. And so it's it was really weird, especially considering the bully streams. There were things at that time he claimed he was joking about, but all of a sudden, it was.
It's all, I got to be honest. I agree 100% on Tipster on this one. It was all bullshit. He was bullying you for money.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I would have bullied Free for money if I thought of it first.
Yeah, and then the other thing was the stream that I did with him and Keffels. We all came out of that call thinking that was a positive conversation that ended well in the end of it. And then the next morning, I woke up and everybody was pissed at me about that, how I backstabbed Bo Blacks or whatever. And holy shit, did I fuck up? So I DM Bo Blacks and I asked him, hey, bro, I thought we had a good conversation, but if you are upset about that conversation, I'm genuinely sorry, right? And he's like, no, we're good. I thought that was a good conversation. Everything's cool now, right?
So now you know how
so
you know what? I believe every word you're saying. I'm going to interrupt you. I'm sorry. You can finish. I'm going to let you finish 100%. That's how I feel about you.
Yeah. No, like I said, I own it. I was a dick.
I hope so.
There's no other way to put it.
Look, with the Keffels shit, you literally did nothing to me. Nothing to me with Keffels. Nothing. And I was just fuck that guy. He took advantage of me. I'm going to take advantage of him. Because, you literally had to, all you had to do, because, we've had a million meetings with you over the years, and say, look, I want to do this. This is important to me. And I want to leave commentary. I would appreciate if you guys let me be, because there's going to be a lot of shit I'm going to say that's going to be fucking
That's what I should.
And I think Nick would have respected it, because he's fucking. We literally got to fight over this trans shit.
Yeah,
that's all you had to do. Just like Bobax, me and Nick, biggest bastards on the fucking planet, total fucking bad, right wing fucking Nazis. And what happened when I was in Gran Canaria? I'm worried about Bobax. I'm worried about the transition. I'm worried about his well-being. If you would have told us about your sexuality, we would have respected that too. I guarantee fucking it. Because if I would have came out with that, or Nick would have came out, my own audience would have turned on me. Because it would have been a total fucking fake. I've always presented myself as a libertine. Do what you want, as long as it doesn't affect anybody else. And if I'd have came out and fucking thrown you out, or exposed you, or laughed at you for that, even though you didn't never maybe say Z's or anything like that, I would have been a bastard. I would have been wrong. And deservedly so. But I don't get why you do this. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't understand it, and I don't know if you're telling me the truth. And I'm not being unreasonable. I think I've been more reasonable with you, and I've not always been reasonable with callers. Yes, that who's the guy that fucking he transitioned to Monkey Jones's friend, and what's his name? Who's that guy I yelled at? It was on the second channel. Dizzy Bro. Yeah, I wasn't exactly nice to Dizzy Bro. I didn't give a shit. But your own crew. That's what I don't get. Do you remember me sticking up for you? For the whole fucking thing that started this whole thing? That's another thing I really want to ask you. When the thing came up to the lolly stuff, all right? You remember I put my ass in the line. I stuck up for you, right? During that,
and I appreciate it.
and I know you use some of my stuff and stuff like that because, but you know what it is. Here's what I think happened. I think literally the same thing happened to you, Bobax. You got sick of us optics checking it, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Be honest. You got sick of us because you realized just like more than you think. Because we used to go to you and tell it's like this is the fucking good narrative, and you would do it every time, right up until then.
Is that an optics check?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Fucking regurgitate. You always regurgitated what we suggested to you. And it wasn't when we weren't doing it. We weren't doing it to fuck you over. We weren't doing it to fuck you over.
See, like, when I think of optics check, I think of like if I say something and you guys kind of like check me on it, like this is like a stupid.
All right, yeah. All right, I don't think that literally happened, but I mean, we would tell you like this is probably the way to go, and it was always optic. It was pre-optic check. We want to look at it that way, you know, because I always felt like when the whole thing happened, because I wasn't a part of it, and like I said, I'll say it again, you do shit to me, and the whole Catholic thing, that you just started. It feels like Bobax, like you just started to resent them after a while. You know, I'm grateful that I've been optics checked. By the way, I got optics checked by something by Nick with Dr. Disrespect. That could have been career ending had he not done it. And I appreciate it. I don't think to myself, oh, I wish I would have been able to say my narrative because that was my thoughts and my feelings, and why would I have to listen to Nick? No, I was like, thank you. I didn't think of it that way. Like, why weren't you that way? Why weren't you grateful? I don't understand. Like all you motherfuckers saw me lose up for years, saw me fucking fight the uphill battle. You got your fucking plaques and shit.
Yep.
And then you resented the people that got you there? I don't get that. And I don't care if I ever get a fucking thing. But I mean, I watch all you guys grow. Get that shit? And I was always fucking like rooting you on. Bovax, you, Illuminati, name the motherfucker. Really? Even on the good side? Tom? I never ever fucking got jealous. Ever. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. Bro, I've had many of these kind of rants towards my mother. God bless her, honestly. I'm just saying, okay? I've had many of these type of rants towards my mother. God bless her, honestly. For
you
real.
Friends with fucking her? I wouldn't give a shit. I don't care about her.
No.
I'm listening, but Tipster is watching. If Tipster is watching, he's gay. He's not gonna watch. He has me blocked because he can't just handle the truth. I don't have any hate towards Tipster. I hope he is more genuine and becomes more genuine because life's a lot harder with other people who can't handle the fact that you're just exactly who you are.
Oh, you did?
But she wanted a piece of Nick's ass, didn't she? Be honest.
I mean, if she did, I didn't know.
Oh, come on, man.
She wanted Nick's ass.
Like Nick, but I don't.
Do not rape Nick.
You saw the opportunity, with me and the shit that I said on Breakfast and Beer with my son. You don't think she would have swooped in? Let's be honest. Come on.
I mean, maybe. I don't know.
You want to throw her on the bus, do you?
Nope, that's his friend.
She didn't care about me. She never cared about me.
Nope.
She means to me fucking ends, just like all her fucking fans.
Yep.
I think that's what drives me crazy about you the most. Because Bobax, fucking Augie. Remember, Augie took my side, or your side over mine during
A means to an end. It's fucking crazy.
And then Nick just took you.
That reminds me of someone.
I don't know, man. I'm sorry, this is becoming a bigger lecture than I want it to be.
Can I ask another question?
Sure.
Okay. What's your favorite Resident Evil game?
Resident Evil 2. I think pretty much everybody knows that, but yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really like it. Honestly, I would have thought it would have been 8 because of the big titty goth mommy, but...
I mean, big titty goth mommies are pretty nice, you know, I'll say that much.
That's another thing. I stuck up for you. I stuck up for you when you were flirting with other chicks. And all these fucking right-wing idiots. And by the way, I'll stick up for that. We're fucking like, oh, you're not loyal to your wife. I'm like, I'm married. And my wife doesn't care. Like, look, I've said stuff to Ginny live, not privately. I want to make sure. Seth, who's here now, and I've done the whole sex Howard Stern thing. Everybody knows it's fucking jokes. Everybody knows it's good. And I always stuck up for you. Always.
Uh-oh.
Degenerate and you didn't love your wife and all that shit.
You know it's bad when the Jewish mother's coming out. I always stuck up for you, Tommy. Gotta love it. I love Tommy.
Always stuck. With Dojangles, fucking everybody. I stuck up for you.
Yeah, you did. I appreciated it.
Well,
I'm not gonna.
Not enough.
I was gonna bring up the fucking. I get the blocking thing. I get that. I didn't give a shit. At that time, I didn't give a shit about it. I didn't give a shit about it.
It was a stupid fight.
Yeah, but I didn't give a shit.
I could have had a conversation.
I would have used you on that one. I'll be honest with you. Shit. But I would have never done that. Is you just say, like, I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of this fucking, everybody's fucking a pedophile. I'm getting out of here. I'm getting involved in something I believe in. This whole trans rights horse shit. And I do think it's horse shit, by the way. Deal with it. I could have respected it. Like, maybe what you're passionate about. totally respected that. Honestly, there's nothing in my history, nothing, that would say otherwise.
Yeah.
It's real.
You pissed away a good friend.
Ooh.
I just want to let you know
I
that.
can-
And you know what?
I
Nick
can-
was a good friend to you too. You know what?
I
Augie,
can-
Augie fucking loved you. Maybe you're right on Bovax, but you just remember when I fucking bitched about Bovax? Nobody listened to me. You pissed away some good friends. And you know what? Maybe that's punishment enough. I don't hate you. I don't
No,
hate you.
I can 100% own that like I should not have treated you guys the way that I did. And I'm sorry.
All right, fine. We'll leave it at that, all right? You took your lumps. Is there anything you want to talk about? I don't want to seem like this, but I really had to get it out of my
I
chest.
mainly came in just to talk about like the vault thing and how like I
Snaggle.
felt genuinely bad for that when that happened.
Oh, the wall thing? That wasn't even your fault. That was Vault's fault and my fault for being an asshole. You know what? Here's the thing. Two things can be true at the same time. I'm a fucking jerk off. I treat my friends like shit. And fucking, look, what you post is your problem. You know, I was never going to criticize you for that. You know, if you want to take the chance and criticize zombie douchebag. By the way, that's kind of proof right there that you were on our team on that one because she was a left-wing loon. Would you criticize her now?
I think that a lot of the ways that she handled things were like insanely over the top. So like, yeah, I actually stand by some of the criticisms I gave her.
I got. Stop worrying about. Well, maybe it isn't the right advice. Here's the thing. It's the wrong advice if you want to grow. It's the right advice if you want to be respected. Talk about what you know about. Talk about what you believe in. I think that's where you went astray at the end of the day.
Yep.
I think that somewhere along the line that stopped. Because look, the gaming thing, we're all passionate about it. We're all into it, man. You know, we're all into this YouTube thing. You know, it's fed my family 4 years now, and I'm fuck it. I don't give a shit. Fucking, I may be a loser, but you know what? I'm not that bad. I just bought a house.
Real.
You know,
I don't think you're
That's my
like,
goal.
you're-
I want to
you're
buy a
like-
house.
You're doing something you love for a living, and like you said, you bought a house. You feed your family off of it. Like,
yeah, well,
think
I don't see my internet friends. I don't see my internet friends as future content. If they want to make themselves future content, and I don't think I've ever used anybody for content, then fuck me to begin with. I don't think I've ever done that. And I've taken fucking L's for guys like Kraut that were in some cases in the fucking wrong, but I stuck with them because I didn't want to be that fucking guy that just jumped on it because the train was there. And maybe that's what you should do in the future, whatever.
well, in any case, I don't want to derail your birthday stream any further, but
I'm glad we had this talk. I gotta be honest, I feel good. I'm glad we had this talk. All right.
I just want to end it by saying that I can own up to my mistakes, that I didn't handle my departure in the best way, and I genuinely apologize for that, and I don't expect forgiveness.
And I don't care about that shit. You know I would have helped you if you came to me, even with the sexuality thing. I would never expose you to that. Ever.
Yep.
Oh no,
Do you believe that? I mean, I guess I need to hear that.
no, I absolutely no, because I seen your comments on it at the time.
I-
You thought it was like really fucked up that got outed.
I didn't like it.
And that was-
I've
that
never
was another thing,
outed
even though we weren't
anybody
talking at the
sexually.
time.
I've never outed anybody sexually,
That was another
ever.
thing that
And by the
we-
way,
Just own it. Who gives a fuck? I fucked hoes, bros, and in between those, okay? I've had a history, so fucking what? Get over yourself. Ugh.
here's the funny part. I don't believe in sexuality.
Fucking
It's
lame.
bullshit. You're gay or straight. That's the way I feel. Accept it or don't accept it. But I never, even though I don't fucking believe in that shit, I still respected you enough to think that was fucking horseshit.
Someone's political perspective is what does it say? Is P much forced to change if your innate traits, in this case sexual orientation, are incompatible with one's former political positions. I don't know. I don't care. I don't do politics, Keldoge. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I vote for things that I give a fuck about. How about that? But the sides, and again, as somebody who grew up religious, it's like when I used to go on missions trips and we used to like hand out booklets. I fucking hated that. I hated that we wanted to like make it a mission to like change people's fucking religious beliefs. It fucking made me sick. I don't do politics because I remember my father and my sister arguing about Obama going into the fucking office, okay? Like, I don't do politics. You're at the wrong show for that. But I don't think that's, again, that's not what is being, like, said here. And personally, I don't think your sexual orientation determines your fucking political beliefs, because I know a lot of gay people that would vote for fucking Trump, and I know a lot of fucking, religious stick up their ass people that vote fucking blue. I think, again, when you put these people in these fucking weird labels and categories and shit, I mean, most people are centrists, from what I understand. But I don't care. And that's not to be disrespectful, I just don't care. I think Tommy just need to get this out, because it probably did fucking hurt that a friend would fuck you over like this. I've been there.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not a right-wing wacko. Maybe I'm a fucking just regular dude.
Yup.
I don't want to derail the stream, but I have a question for Tipster.
No, let him go. He's taking enough from me. Let him go. No, I'm sorry.
No, I want to ask him a question.
He can ask me.
One question. I'm gonna let him go because I've beaten him for like an hour.
He can ask it, and if I don't want to answer it, I just want to answer
All right, fine. Go ahead.
So, I just want to know you because you said you want to build up, like you want me to unblock you and whatever. So, answer me this question and I'll unblock you. During the Chris Tyson thing, you said that the drawing that Chris Tyson got was Philadelphian-esque. Could you explain that? How was that drawing of a child Philadelphian-esque?
I'm not interested in like relitigating all that shit.
Here's
what I'll say about that is that the initial defenses of Chris Tyson were based on the fact that they were facing legitimate transphobia. But as more information came out about Chris Tyson, there's no defense there. They've done absolutely ridiculous stuff that they should not have been doing, and there's no defending.
That's a good stance. That's good. But when did it? Because you can separate the sin from the sinner, right? And understand that the sin was bad, and that the sinner was bad because they did the sin, right? That's not crazy, right? I just want to make sure that we're following on, like, I don't think a lot of people were hating on them that they're trans. I think the trans, first of all, their colors are the trans flag. If you look at Mr. Beast's photo, like, colors, the colors are the trans colors. Pink and blue, and then white. It's not like it's like a hard jump to make, okay? Can we just talk about that? Mr. I think it's just a weird inconvenience, but I think making everything a fucking anti-trans thing is just fucking weird to me. Because I don't think that's what a lot of people were trying to get at, to be quite frank. I think anybody with half a fucking brain knows that, right? Like, look at that shit. Look at the colors. Look at that. It's just like, come on. And then trans flag. Like, is anybody? Hello? Anyone? I'm not gonna color match, but I mean, if you put 2 and 2 together, it's not like it's like a... The trans thing is so fucking lame.
I can tell you, as somebody who's very much involved in like queer communities, nobody's defending Chris Tyson now.
Yeah, that's
now, okay. Well, it wasn't always. Again, this is like going, oh, Tommy is fucking right wing. It's not.
No,
I don't think he is right wing. I don't think Tommy has ever been right wing. I think he has a lot, again, conservative, old fashioned, traditional values, which he's. No. I feel like he said.
No one is defending Chris Tyson.
Not
what he
everybody's
says.
It's true.
True.
The right is
Hold on, I'll DM you because some of my messages aren't going through. Oh, that's weird. Wait, what are you DMing me? Oh, Keldoja's messaging me. It's a fucking... my phone died. Be a lot of type. My parents are so conservative that I don't have a relationship with them. I want to be clear that my contention is the political comments specifically. Cool. Someone's political perspective is pretty much forced change of DNA traits. Sure, I guess. My mother's changed a lot, but I don't think if I ever talked to her about politics, any of it would change. I think if you believe in abortion, you believe in abortion. You believe in weed being legal, you should believe in weed being legal. If you believe in states this or that, I think you believe in states this or that. I think what an individual person does to get into office, or what an individual person does, which is what I did. I did a political stream where I looked into Kamala Harris's husband, who is very Jewish. I looked into Kamala Harris's running mate because I was curious, and I looked into all those things. Just like when my father told me years ago, when the George Floyd riots were happening, and he said, "Stop drinking the fucking Kool-Aid." Little did he know that I had been looking into prison reform since he had somebody who was... My parents, what they do is they'll get contracts for cities in California. One of the cities who he's worked for pretty much my whole life, worked with, the guy that he worked with, his son, was in jail and was pepper sprayed inside solitary confinement. They didn't find out until months later that he had been killed by an officer due to the pepper spray in solitary confinement, but because it's just another acted out fucking loony in prison. From what I understand, there was never any consequences. And even worse, they didn't tell my dad's friend that he had died for months. And then that year, my senior year of high school, I started looking into prison and how it was and how it's the flaws and the fact that prison lunches are better than school lunches, which is a whole other fucking issue. Or worse than school lunches. It's something obviously bad. They're pretty much required to get to this like tier of like healthy, but they do it very cheap and obviously in mass. And then when the George Floyd riots happened, I looked a lot into the prison system and how it was ran and different, like the Innocence Project, and I'd already been into, and the Backlog, I'd already done a fundraiser for them. I'd already been into Last Prisoner Project, which is linked in my YouTube channel. And I'd already done all that where I started looking more and more and more and educating myself on very certain things and things that obviously like the privatized, that's why my YouTube channel will never fucking be different, because I believe in what my thing says. And I've had that ever since 2020. The war on drugs was made by greedy politicians to institutionalize a profitable prison system which targets low income and less fortunate populace. Hashtag prison reform, hashtag dirty politicians, hashtag burned down and started over, hashtag allegedly. I think education is very important. I think, again, just choosing lanes. What does the last thing say? Because I want to make sure well, then I'll DM you because some of my things are going through. So what I'm trying to say is like, if you kind of categorize people per one thing, I don't even know what people would say my political fucking stances are, but as you can tell, I don't talk about politics. I talk about issues if I find something that is that important. Weed is something that I've obviously wanted fucking legalized in the US, and if I were to be able to help fund for rape kits to be tested and have that be funded, again, I've got friends on all sides. I think you and Tommy are genuine reasons upset with Tipster. I think the inconsistency in behavior, terms, and friendship, using political positions to try to prove that point. It's weird to those positions. Well, I think if you put in the fact that the person that he went and like rode hard for was a very left-leaning person, aka Keffels and aka Bosch, when the whole horse folder thing happened, tax folder. If you put all those things into consideration, you can understand why Tommy was frustrated, because it seemed like a political gain more than anything, because it's very opposite than the stand. Again, this is more of a where Tipster stood in line with his friend, and the fact that he covers more political content on that side, I think is, you have to understand that it looks like a grift. And that's something that anybody that's ever talked about Tipster can tell you, that he's always just kind of gone for a grift, or what's easier, which is his friend Keffels, who probably had fuck all to do but entertain Tipster. And until recently, which conveniently Keffels isn't around anymore, or if she is, who knows where. And now he's coming around because, again, this is something that happens. It's not just Tipster. People that fuck up in commentary will come around when the person that called them out, or the person that they fucked over, gets fucked over, and then that person's now out of the fucking house, so to speak. Then they'll try to slide in like that. It's just reduce, reuse, recycle. They've done it with me too.
You know
I
what?
don't entertain it.
This might get you fucked up, but I demand is the wrong word. I want you to hear that everybody's either libertine or on the right isn't a transphobe.
Yeah.
That's what I want. Everybody that's on the right, this is, I know if you're fucking really sorry, I want you to tell me that everybody that's on the right or libertarian is not a transphobe in every case. That's all I want to hear out of your mouth. And
I've never believed that everybody.
I want you, I don't
believe that.
I just
Yeah.
want you to say it.
Well, I'll tell you right now. Like, no, I don't believe that.
You don't believe that everybody that's on the right, even Christians, far right Christians, are transphobes or libertarians. You don't believe.
Does it make sense? Keldosh, I don't think that there's anything that you can say that goes to do with fucking politics that's gonna change my mind about the fact that Tommy deserved, or Tipster deserved every single word that came out of Tommy's mouth, whether or not I agree with political sides doesn't change anything. I think the principle is what matters.
No, not everybody. No.
Okay. All
Tommy sees it from a political angle as well, asterisks, every single other thing that happened in line with all of that, because at the end of the day, now Tipster does political streams, or video gaming political streams, or whatever the fuck. It's kind of his cup of tea from what I understand or know. Don't fucking cross-check me on that, because I don't fucking know. But that's not what we were here for. Wouldn't it be easier, more profitable to grift at the right? Well, it is until it's not, right? Until you get checked. Like Sneeko got checked, right? And it was until Tipster got checked. If you're going to say that Tipster or Tommy is more right-leaning, right? It was until he got checked. Let's just say Augie was right-wing. All these other people were right-wing. It was fine until he got checked. And then he got checked and they went to the left side. And it was easier because they hate all the people on the right. AKA Tommy, Augie. I don't agree with them being on that side at all whatsoever. I think labels are fucking lame. I always have, always will. But yeah, I think that when you're trying to fucking isolate these fucking groups, that it just doesn't need to even get that deep, because these people were friends. And so he stopped wanting to hear it from his friends and then went where it was easier. And with all due respect, Keffel sits at home and does fuck all day long. And that's the type of attention that Tipster wants, is a female, at least even presenting, that gives him attention all day long. Because we all know it's not him paying attention to his wife. Again, with all due respect.
Fine, I'm good. I'm not gonna. Yeah, you took a beat.
I mean, it's why, like, because I heard. Yeah, it's why, because like I heard on the stream where you're like, this isn't gonna be an easy conversation for you. It's
no, you took it like a man. Whatever, if I'm allowed to say that.
Yep. Right.
I have no problem admitting that, like, I've made mistakes in the past. I don't necessarily agree with everything, but I do own the fact that, like, yeah, I've made some really fucking stupid decisions, and I think you guys have every fucking right to hate my guts.
All right, fair enough. You're done.
I don't hate Tipster. It's a waste of my energy.
That depends.
For what it's worth, Tommy.
I wouldn't even give Tipster shit. I would just acknowledge him the way I've always acknowledged him in the last 2 years and be like, all right, cool. Again, the huge thing, I don't even know if I kept up the fucking tweet, but the huge thing I was upset and I stayed consistent about being upset about, don't apologize to me. I've been over his bullshit. I gotta find that fucking tweet. It's a long time ago. I've been over his bullshit. Apologize to the people that you fucked up and you fucked over and you fucking hurt. They won't say it like Tommy said, but I'll say it, and I think that he has some apologizing to do, and the person that gave me his original apology agrees with me.
When we were friends, I always appreciated you as a friend, and I do acknowledge that I fucked that up, and I'm sorry.
All right. Well, here's what I'll say. I wish you the best, and I hope things in your YouTube career, and if they don't, I hope you fucking enjoy the whole gaming YouTube sphere. Whatever you want to do, and I wish you the best for you. I really do. It's not bullshit. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna have to fucking. I don't know if we're fucking going drinking next week, but
Yeah.
I mean that. I mean it almost the same way I mean for Bobax. I hope things get better for him too. I do. I know you guys. I mean, I don't want to die or anything, for Christ's sakes. All right, I'm glad you said that, because I know by saying that you put yourself at great risk for the more radical elements of the left, and that's what I wanted to hear, and I'm good. So, and it's done. You're good with me. We are officially good. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't know if I believe you. I don't know if I believe you, but we're good. All right?
Yeah.
All right?
Fair enough. Happy birthday. Much love to you.
Thank you for doing it. All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Jesus Christ. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Let me see real quick. some days, I swear to fucking God, dude. Where the fuck did I fucking... Where's this thing at? How long ago? I guess it was a little bit long ago. Okay. That was June. That was my birthday. Why can't I find this fucking tweet? Dude, I might have tweeted it and then deleted it because I was kind of like really pissed off really fast. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I kind of agree. Yada, whatever. God, okay, let me do Abby, Blackbird, and then is it just so Tippy? T-I-P. Jesus Christ. Okay. Oh. That's actually kind of funny. Okay, hold on. This is funny. This is my meme reaction, apparently. How I feel about Just So Tippy apologizing to me about how he treated me for the nth time. This is so funny.
I have a structured settlement and I need cash now. Call J.G. Wentworth.
That's actually kind of fucking funny. That's so fucking funny. Oh, that's great. Okay. Okay. Oh shit, sorry. Oh, thank God I didn't fucking put any of this on screen. Holy shit. Tipster. There we go. Let's try that. Oh. Does this have sound on it? Dude, it didn't have sound on it. Like fucking retard. Okay. Dude, I have a lot of good tipster tweets though. Hold on. This is epic. Epic. This is hilarious.
Tipster is a diseased hack who literally reached out to me for content that he disguised as an... I want to thank absolutely no one. Tipster is a diseased hack who literally reached out to me for content that he disguised as an I'm here if you need to talk. That much is obvious given how hard his dick got when he realized he could monetize my response to him privately. Why reach out in earnest feigning friendship when you can monetize your friend's downfall? Super appreciate how much thought you put into that though. Bet those views were worth it. Totally kidding, there's a reason everyone on YouTube surpasses you, and it's because your videos lack...
Fuck Tipster, he has snaked Tommy multiple times going all the way back to beta, yeah. I mean, one of my first videos is Tipster trying to come at me, and I just kind of like was like I didn't understand how internet people worked until then, but yeah.
Quality, insight, or anything worth commending. Thank you though for the post that if Creepshow can prove she didn't...
Actually, I didn't understand how internet people in commentary worked because Tipster acted a lot like a lot of other people started acting. I didn't understand it. Yeah.
Do this, I will apologize. I'm waiting, ... letting me know that I was taking too long to prove I never owned CP. I am so sorry that me proving that Emily was slandering me took too long for you. I am sorry that I wasn't able to make this video on a fun little time frame for you so you could add it to your 10 upload a day schedule. That must have been so hard for you that I wasn't able to hire a PI and find all this information that proved my innocence in a day or two. I bet that really sucked, that you just had to sit there, getting comment after comment describing how you should kill yourself for things that were completely fabricated. Oh wait, that didn't happen to you. You just sat there and talked about it happening to me, your old pal Shannon. Weird. I do not accept your apology. I will never accept your apology. You're
Real.
a terrible fucking person who
Real.
supported, and I hope you fucking
So funny.
realize that money means a lot more to you than actually being friends with people and being decent.
Dude, it went so hard. Okay, I think you guys understand.
I want to thank absolutely.
I want to thank
no one.
absolutely no one.
Tipster is a
Dude, so
diseased
fucking
cat
funny.
who literally reached out to me.
So funny. Anyways, I'm gonna go potty. That's pretty much it. I would say more, but I gotta go to the bathroom. My stomach hurts so bad. Oh, the time Tipster sent me his fucking Snapchat. Life is fucking weird. You feel me? Here we go. Perfect. Perfect way to end the stream. Look at this graph. All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I love you guys. Amazing. Good night. I love you. Oh, go watch Queeman. That's where I'm going.
It's time and we get into the turkey. Just red as hell eating all the beef jerky. Why are you on Discord? Aren't you like 30? On Twitter hitting up e-girls getting flirty. Have your age and a bigger than you'll ever be. More subs on my second channel than you'll ever see. More subs on my second channel than you'll ever eat. Money growing longer than your penis you should never see. You want some advice? Well, here's my tip. Dog, if I was you, I'd probably end my whole shit. Dog, if I was you, lose the weight and go lift. Do a couple push-ups and lose those tits. You're a loser and a creep, that's 2 out of 3. Lowy ass shoes on my motherfucking feet. I'ma hit Tippy with a 2-2-3. Leave his ass dead in the motherfucking street.
I see them making fun of you on Kiwi farms. They're talking about how much of a freak you are. And I'd honestly feel bad, and I'd offer you my pity, but I'm busy out here buying me a sleek new car.
You just stay away from the goth mommies. Shoot you in the head like COD zombies. Boy, you old as fuck like Rob Zombie. Trying to give Kevels that slop top. Bitch, I'm with Bobby, I rolled up a stogie. I hash it on Tipster and tell him to blow me. You trying to eat burgers, especially Zoe. You said you was leaving, you better get going. You gonna deactivate, cry like a bitch. Ludo her under you throwing a fit. Bitch, I'm dark, but I'm getting it lit. Bring up my DMs, I don't give a shit.
Sub count stuck like you in a tub. Trying to get bitches to give you a tug. All in their DMs like, give me a hug. Gain more weight and you gain new subs.
Honestly, Tipster, fuck you. Hannah Animal, she a slut too. Tryna fuck Jalen? Yuck, dude. No IRL lady's gonna touch you. Are you 35 and still